Welcome. The following information has been channeled from the Akashic Records. The Akashic Records are an energetic library containing all the information in the universe. They are equivalent to the biblical book of life, like a cosmic memory bank. My name is Jen Aramith, and I am an Akashic Records consultant. I am the primary channeler for Akashic Transformations, a comprehensive source of information channeled from the records. Please visit akashictransformations.net, where you can listen to hours of channeled material on dozens of different topics and submit questions of your own. Welcome to a magical conversation with Spirit. Someone asked, "Is the law of attraction helping with enlightenment? Why does The Secret not always work when I try it?"
Yes, it is. And like anything else, people will attach their baggage to it and get confused about it. So it does further the process of enlightenment. All of these different pieces of literature or these ideas, they're not a direct line to enlightenment as people hope they might be, because enlightenment is so individual and it does require taking accountability for your issues and patterns. But essentially, all of those messages are coming out right now at this time on planet Earth and drawing so much attention because they're relevant to enlightenment, because they help you grasp a fundamental truth about enlightenment. And the simple truth that is underneath the law of attraction and The Secret and all this other kind of stuff is the simple truth is that the distance between your conscious mind, what you're thinking about and seeing, and all the other stuff that's happening underneath it, energetically, multidimensionally in your bodies, all that subconscious stuff, that distance is getting smaller, so that when you think something, it happens more readily. When you think, oh, I'm really afraid of that person talking too much, that person's going to talk too much. So as that distance closes, it essentially gives you a stronger hold on the reins of your life and your patterns. It means that when something comes to your attention, if you're willing to see it for what it is, take accountability for it, and make an adjustment based on what you know, then you have more ability than ever to direct your life, to direct your fate, and to become empowered, and vice versa. That distance is still closing if you don't take accountability, so that if a pattern arises in your life, if you're unwilling to see it for what it is, or if you're unwilling to take accountability for it or make an adjustment based on it, then that pattern's going to overrun you and you're going to get kind of knocked over. When you see these ideas like the law of attraction, often people, they grasp the concept that they have a tighter hold on the reins, that there's all that energy for them to work with. But if they're not willing to see what's right before them and take accountability for that first, if they try to skip ahead to the part where everything looks pretty, then they find themselves a little lost and confused. Because the very first step is always to see what is actually happening in your life. And the second step is always to take accountability for your role in it, for your choices, for how you have come to be in this position. And if you skip those, then you're not going to get where you're trying to go. The beauty or the power of these truths is grasped through your accountability for your life. And that's really, it gets really exciting from there once you really grasp that. Something that's happening with people going through enlightenment is you have these moments of really grasping the fact that your soul divinely and powerfully chose the life you're in and helped choreograph things so that you could be right where you are with exactly what you have now. In the moments where you can grasp the truth of that, there's incredible power because there's no one else to blame. There's no one else to wait for. You don't need to wait for spirit or the universe to bless you. You don't need to wait for another person to get it right or fix things for you. Suddenly, everything is in your hands. It's the most empowering experience that a human being can have, is to truly grasp that you're the one who got yourself here and that you can trust yourself. You can trust your higher self and your spirit and your soul to have put this experience as it is now for a good reason. And it's that trust and that accountability that enables you to have total power in your lives. And at this point, very, 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 very few people live in this truth all the time. But as you go through enlightenment, you live in it more and more. So that's what those messages are all about.
Thanks for listening. You can hear much more and submit questions of your own by visiting us online at akashictransformations.net. Welcome to a magical conversation with Spirit.